The 80s were all about the cliques in high school. The jocks, the nerds, the cheerleaders, the occasional Ali Sheedy.
All right.
That was proto-goth.
Okay.
I think she was just like on her period. So this is a movie about Ronald, and he's a nerd who mows lawns. And he wants to be one of the cool kids. And he mows the lawn for the most popular girl in school, Cindy. What ends up happening in this movie is Ronald pays Cindy $1,000 to pretend to be dating him.
Oh.
For a month. It's like light human trafficking because he thinks that'll make him popular. And she's like, fine, I'll do it. He walks down the hall with her, and the football guys are like, what even is that guy? Yeah. What is she doing with him? A nerd? I guess muscly guys wearing halter tops was a thing in the 80s. There's a guy, he's got a cute little top on. I guess this is Rico Suave.
Oh, this is the Rico Suave?
The Rico Suave. He's one of the guys in this movie.
Oh. So I didn't think Rico Suave was a real person.
No one knows who Rico Suave is. Because Rico Suave is not the singer either.
Oh.
I think Rico Suave is the persona of the singer when he's eating pussy. Because that's what that song was about. That was a song about a guy whose secret identity is Rico Suave. The song is, I like the females of the species. I'll eat them like sushi.
All right.
He's going to eat. This is about immigrants doing the jobs that we don't want to do. I think the guy's, he's got like one name. His name's like Gerard or something.
Gerard?
It's a Gerardo?
I mean, Geraldo?
It's either Gerardo or Hardardo. Scooby-Doo, here's the N-word. Hardardo! Hardardo! So Rico Suave was there.
Okay.
And then the other friend is the guy who's saying Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. And then she has like two popular girlfriends that can't believe it. So they eat lunch together. So they start to get to know each other, and she goes and gets like a notebook, and she's like, no one knows this, but I write poetry. He reads her poem, and it says, I dream he held me in a sea of deep blue, together at last, together as two. Yeah. He goes, I didn't know you were a poet. What? Then they go on a romantic date. It's their last night together of the fake relationship. She's fallen in love with him. And she's like going to kiss him. And he's talking about how they're going to stage their big breakup. She realizes he didn't really love her. He was just using her to become popular. He's not even thinking about the fact that they went on these great dates. Okay. So anyway, so then they have this breakup that they stage. This will cement his popularity. Not only did he date the most popular girl, he broke up with the most popular girl. And so he takes it too far. And she's like, and she slaps him. She's like, why are you taking it this far? Yeah. This wasn't part of the plan. And now all of her friends, the popular girls, they want to date him. No. They even say, we only want to date you because Cindy's the most popular and she dated you. Oh. This is the Pete Davidson story. So he's on a date with this other chick. He goes to like an ice cream place with her. And then the girl he's on a date with goes inside. Cindy's other friend, the third most popular girl, she comes up and she's like, I want to go on a dance with you. So he thinks he's watching American Bandstand, but his brother puts it on PBS. And he's like, oh, this must be the hot new dance. So he's learning the hot new dance. And then he leaves. And then a guy in like African garb comes out. And he's like, I would like to thank the cultural emissaries from Lower Swahili for showing us the African anteater ritual. All right. So he has now learned what he thinks is the hot new dance is the African the African anteater dance. So then he's like nervous to dance, and then I think he takes a shot of booze and he starts doing the African dance. Yeah. And at first people are like, "What the hell?" And then one girl goes, "Oh, he must be in special ed." Oh man. And then everybody starts doing the African anteater dance. Okay. Do you think maybe the reason Donald Trump is always dancing to YMCA is he was like looking through the channels and he was like, I wonder what the construction workers are up to. I wonder what the working man is doing. Like it was a similar thing. He was like, oh, a cop, a construction worker, and a Native American. This must be what the common man enjoys. Why does he love that gay song so much? That's his favorite song. I think it was an African anteater situation. Yeah. It's a similar mix-up. Yeah. Cindy's like, fuck this. Because Cindy's like, he's become so popular, people are just following him like a cult leader. Yeah. Like, now she's sick of popular. She's like, I created a monster. So now he's in a car with one of Cindy's friends. And then we don't see it. She takes one of her tits out.
Hello?
And now he's freaking out. He's not being cool, right? And she goes, in the whole school, there's only one other titty quite this pretty. And he goes,
Wait.
she wrote a little poem about her tits.
About her other tit?
And then she goes, yeah, she has like a whole routine she does when she takes her tits out. It's so funny. She does whenever her tits come out, she does a little nursery rhyme about her titties. And he goes, really? And she goes, and this is it. And then we don't see it, but then her second tit comes out. And then it made me think back on the poem that Cindy wrote. It was like, out of the blue, together we're two. I think all the girls in this movie write poems about their own tits. And then she said, I bet you've never seen two quite like this. And it occurred to me that women are so beautiful, and that is great.
Yeah.
But you could never tease a lady with your nuts like that. You could never create suspense around your balls. And then he goes, oh, she's in special ed. The African titty ritual. Then there's a big party for New Year's Eve. She gets really drunk. She's kind of looking for a place to lay down. Everyone's making out at the party. She looks into the bathroom. Poor Cindy. Ronald is making out in the bathroom. He starts doing her poem.
No.
To a girl. He's like, you're so beautiful. You make me think how out of the blue.
Oh.
I don't know if he says it's his poem. That's like the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And she's like, this son of a bitch. So she gets drunker, and then she tells the whole party. She's like, he's like, Ronald is a dork. He's been paying me to act like I like him.
And I'm the one who wrote that shitty poem he just used to fuck my friend.
Oh, what if it turns out she also wrote the poem about her friend's tits? She's getting plagiarized right and left.
Oh, man.
She's like, wait, you're using my other poem too?
That's crazy.
Everyone's using her poetry during sex. It all makes sense. Her poetry is so good. Everyone's using it for sex. She wrote Two in the Pink. One in the Stink. She's like, are people saying that? I wrote Two in the Pink, One in the Stink. That was me. No one called it the Stink before me. That would be funny if that had been her poem in the car.
That's so funny.
If she was like, the only thing in the whole school is prettiest by pink. You're never going to guess. So now everyone hates him. Everyone hates him, right? He tries to. Then what's funny is he tries to make up with her, but she keeps ignoring him. Yeah. And at one point, he follows her into the girls' room, and she's in his stall, and he like starts being like, "I was a fool. I shouldn't have done this." He's doing the romantic comedy thing to her in a stall, and she so could have been taking a shit. It's the Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks ending of a movie, but Meg Ryan's taking a shit. She's like, I love you too. We've been fools. Wait, give me a second. Ronald. So, no, but then it turns out it's a teacher. That's the misdirect. She's like, you're in big trouble.
That's a teacher taking
She's
your
like,
shit.
when are you kids going to stop proclaiming your love for me? So she won't take his call, but you can tell she's thinking about him. Finally, he just like mows her lawn against the family's will at 6 a.m. He's just out there mowing the lawn. And then she comes out and she's like, stop mowing my lawn. And then he gives a speech where he's like, you know what? It was you all along. I love you. I lost myself. And she's like, well, we'll talk about this. So now we cut to the lawnmower. He's mowing a lawn. She comes out, I think to pay him for the lawn. And she's like, well, see you later. You're still a nerd. And she goes off with her friends. Then the car stops, and she gets out of the car, and she does the shortest romantic comedy run. She jumps on the back of his lawnmower, and we see that she actually wants to be with him forever. And then they ride off on his lawnmower into the sunset.
What? Wait, so he did buy love.
This is a movie that teaches us you can buy love.
Yeah.
I was going to say, well, the thing about paying a woman to pretend to like you is that if you give a woman $1,000, she will like you. Like, that's just how women work. So no one, it would be like if a woman said to you, if you pretend to like me, I will blow you every day. You'd be like, baby, if you blow me every day, I'm not going to be pretending shit. The past was doing its best.
That's the theme song.
Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. They were doing their best.